I've bought in CarFax reports for every car I've bought over the last 6 years of full-time car flipping. When I started, I'd buy cars without getting a CarFax, and they'd end up having major problems. I even lost $18,000 from a scam I could have avoided if I bought a CarFax. So in this video, I'm gonna go over how to read a CarFax, where to get one for free, and what to look out for as a car flipper. Let's go over this report. At the top, you can see the car's year, make, model, and VIN. And down here, you can see even more information. But right here, you can see the CarFax retail value. This is what CarFax thinks you could sell it on somewhere like Facebook or Craigslist. And if you click on wholesale, it'll be a lot lower. And if you can get a car for this price anytime, it's almost always worth it. And this is what like a dealer would pay or maybe CarFax would pay. And the retail value is usually a good estimate, but it's not always accurate. Then scrolling down, here's just some general stuff, and all this stuff will be shown in more detail down below. So I kind of skip over it. And right here is the main spot you need to be looking. It's where all the good information is, and it's super in depth. It goes in order from the day the car was first bought and what happened with the first owner all the way to the present day today. Here you'll see the date the information was posted, the mileage. This is who posted it. Usually it's a dealer like a mechanic shop or the DMV, and then comments about it, which is just what they did at the time it was posted. Like you can see, the first odometer was reported here. Then this is the first owner. Then it was the first time it was listed for sale here. This is how a CarFax works. So let's go over a few of them and show you what to look out for and how I actually read them more in depth. This is the first one we're gonna look at. And I quickly look at all this first stuff, but most of it doesn't matter until you start getting into like 50,000 miles and like 5 years after it's been purchased, because they usually just don't have much problems. But I'll look for accidents here, and it's good to see regular service. When you're flipping a car, regular service isn't as important. As long as it hasn't been like 50,000 miles without any service or something, then it's maybe something off. And I'm just scrolling down. Look at this thing. It was perfectly maintained. It looks like you can see like the dates in between. Like there's only a few months. The mileage is going consistently up, not by much. And it's been just getting like tons of services done. So this one has a really good service so far. The third owner bought it here. You can see they really didn't have it at all, and then it was for sale. So a dealer probably just got it for a cheap price. So that's completely normal. Again, perfect service. I'm just looking at the date and the service. I'm not really looking over here on the right because not much of it matters, especially if you're flipping a car. There's a recall, that's no problem. And then look at this. It was stolen reported here. So the car was stolen and then recovered. So actually, a lot of people think this is a horrible thing, but really the car's probably completely fine. It was recovered as long as it's in good condition. There's actually nothing wrong with that, but people will pay less because of that. And we're just scrolling down, making sure consistent records. This one's like almost a perfect CarFax other than the stolen. And right here, 90,000 miles. So the thing about this car, I actually found it listed for sale. I went to see it. It was only like $4,000, 90,000 miles for a pretty good car. And when I went to show up, he didn't have the title. And so it kind of seemed like it was stolen again. So I actually think this was a second stolen car. I didn't end up buying it because the paperwork he gave me just was no title. It was just random DMV stuff that he filled out that didn't confirm it was the car. Complete no on it, but the CarFax looks perfect. Here's the next CarFax. You can already see it's a salvage title, which is all that we're looking at the top. You can see where the accident was. This is probably because of the salvage title. And then we'll scroll down, alert, damage, salvage. See, it just keeps alerting you that it's salvage, just so you know. And then here, I'll just quickly skim over all this stuff. And I'm just looking over, here's the accident, and then they're like, hey, salvage title. So here's the salvage title, and the thing about salvage titles is that the car was deemed that it's gonna be too expensive to fix, and it's not worth it to fix it. It's better to just give the person, insurance just gives you the money, and that's the end of the report. So what happened is the person got the car salvaged, they likely bought it back, and here you can see after it was salvaged, there was never really rebuilt. It doesn't say like, it says new owner, but it doesn't say anything about it being rebuilt. And then look, right here you can see CarFax says salvage title didn't get transferred to Ontario in this vehicle. Maybe a case of title washing. So they're warning you already. What they do, what some people will do is they'll register a car from one state in another state, and then it kind of gets rid of the salvage title. But if you register it back in this state again, the salvage title comes back. That's why it's 100% you need a CarFax every time, because you can miss things like this. Here's the next one. This one also was reported stolen, which is crazy. Not a lot of cars are reported stolen. And it also has minor damage. I'll show you once we get to it, but minor damage isn't a salvage title. It just means it was crashed and it was fixed up. The records look good. We don't really care about this. On a personal car, you'd be much more like looking at it. And here's the minor damage. The odd thing about this is it doesn't say the car was ever recovered. It just says it was stolen. So the CarFax I bought on this car, this is a stolen car that they're just trying to sell. So who knows what's going to happen when you show up. They'll probably give you a fake title, say there's no title, I'm not sure. So this is a no, 100% no, don't buy it. Next car. This one's a very odd one, but it's a branded title. And if you read down here, it'll tell you what's up with it. Exceeds mechanical limits. So it's just saying exactly what it means, basically, and it just keeps repeating it. This is a bad CarFax. I won't even show you much of it. And it ends in 2013. Like, that's insane. This thing was imported to Nigeria. Like, I don't even know, and that was so long ago. So this thing's just a horrible CarFax. Don't want it. This one, so far, it looks like a great CarFax. There's nothing actually wrong with it from just these short summaries. So we'll quickly look over it. Good miles, good consistency. As we scroll, I'm just looking to make sure it was serviced consistently, which again, doesn't matter as much if it's not a personal car, but I'll always look at it because you can actually use this as negotiation points when you go in. You say, hey, it's been like 5 years and there's been no service on the CarFax. Sometimes you can get it for a little cheaper because of that. But you can see this even at 100,000 miles, it had a huge inspection. That usually means it was fixed perfectly, and then that's what they do before they sell it. Then it was sold. But this one's suspicious. The CarFax is absolutely perfect, but the suspicious thing about this is it was just pretty recently bought, and so they just bought the car and now they're trying to sell it right away. Like, there's something weird about that. They shouldn't buy a car and right away sell it. Maybe they're a flipper, they're trying to make money right away, or something huge happened with the car and they're just trying to sell it and hide the problem. This next one, all it says so far is that there's minor damage, which really is not a big deal at all. If you're picky and it's a personal car, sometimes I don't want that, but even on personal cars, it's not that big of a deal. Already right here, I noticed like 367,000 miles is a lot of miles, but for this new of a car, you're like, how could I have that many miles with such a new car? You can see it was in a damaged, and whoa, I already missed the miles because look, this is the top of the report, first owner, and then 2017, 2019, like how's it already at 100,000 miles? 2021 it's at 300,000 miles, so it just gained like 250,000 miles in a couple years. That's like insane. So actually what I noticed up here is it's a commercial vehicle. So with this car, it's a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, and in the pictures of the listing, it was actually an ambulance, which I could see. So right here, the ambulance probably crashed and then it got reported because they're speeding and everything. And then they sold it here. Owner 2, it looks like owner 2 bought it and they really didn't do much with it, and now they're selling it. So this guy probably just didn't want to convert it, or whatever he had his plans were, he didn't do it. So this one has a ton of miles, but for how new it is, if it was priced good, it'd be a good deal. Next one. So far, this looks like a perfect CarFax. Of course, there's some problems usually when we scroll down. It's listed as a fleet or lease vehicle, which is not as good. They usually aren't as well taken care of. And as we scroll down, you can see there wasn't many service records here. It goes 12,000 to 60,000. But usually on fleet vehicles or commercial vehicles, they're fixed by someone private, and usually they're fixed pretty well. So I'll actually, if they're commercial or something, that's completely fine. But here we're already at the end of the thing. So you can see this is a one owner car, but it is a commercial vehicle and it has 120,000 miles, which isn't too bad. Looks like it was serviced pretty new owner, but it doesn't say new owner, which is a little weird. But this one's actually a pretty good CarFax and I wouldn't mind it. Here's another one on a Porsche Cayenne. It has some moderate damage, it says. Let's see what's else. It looks pretty good so far. It's had 4 owners. Owners don't matter that much, because if all the owners were good, they're good. If one owner was bad, it's horrible. And this one, you can see the damage is all across the whole left. And also when you see damage, if it says it's only on the front, look at the front of the car extra closely. Like this one, I'll look at the whole side. I'll look under the car, make sure there's no serious damage on it. And if there is, you can use it to negotiate. You could not buy the car, whatever you decide. And this one, it seems like service records are great, whatever. But here's the suspicious thing on this one. It was just bought pretty recently, and now they're already selling it. Like, something major had to go wrong with it. There's no way they just bought it unless they're flipping it. Something major went wrong with it. So you have to really look into this, make sure it's a good car, make sure everything checks out. But this one was listed for a cheap price, which is why I originally got the CarFax for it. But I decided because of this, and then I talked to him and some things just seemed off, so I didn't go check out this car. CarFaxes are normally $45, and obviously you don't want to spend that on one, so I have some good news. There's a way to get one completely for free. Having one is going to save you from buying a car that's been in an accident, has huge problem, and shows you the entire history of it, as you've seen so far. So every car you buy, and every car you plan on buying, you must get a CarFax for it. To get one for free, click the link in the description right now, and I'll literally send you one. It's that simple. but I do pay a small fee for everyone I give away. So just so you know, I only can give each person one. If you want more than one, you can search up cheap CarFax reports just online and find them for around $5. Now we've gone over CarFax reports, but this is just one step of flipping a car. So check out this video where I show you which types of cars you should be buying to make the most money flipping cars. And as always, I'm wishing you a lucky day.